My dear child, do not ignore this. This message was blocked 3 times, but heaven just opened the gate for you. And the moment that gate opened, a divine rush surrounded your spirit. God Himself whispered, "Let them see it now." And heaven moved with a force that was meant only for you, not your friend, not your neighbor, only you. That is why your heart feels strange, that is why your breath is shallow, something higher is touching your soul, and your spirit can feel the shake. If your hands feel warm or your chest feels heavy, don't run from it. That's heaven confirming your arrival. If this opening strikes something deep in you, pause right now, and hit like or share, so this light reaches someone else in darkness. My beloved, this message fought its way through shadows. 3 times the enemy tried to bury it, erase it, silence it. 3 times darkness tried to close the door before you could step through. But Archangel Michael stood ready with fire in his hands, guarding the path with a sword that glowed brighter than the attack against you. And when all resistance rose, God commanded, "Release it now, they are ready." Those words carried the strength of heaven. That's why something inside you woke up the moment these sentences appeared. It wasn't curiosity, it was recognition. Your soul remembers what your mind forgot. This is not chance, this is not accident, this is alignment. From before time began, this moment was written with your name. Heaven planned this meeting long before you knew to ask for it, and yes, if you close this message, that door may disappear. But if you stay, if you keep your heart open, the floodgates that were locked for years will finally release. Before you scroll, breathe. If you stay with me, your spirit will feel something shift. If you want that shift, tap the save button, so you can return when your heart needs this voice again. Listen closely now. Archangel Michael says, "Tell them this is sacred, tell them this is sealed, tell them this is the final warning before the shift begins." You asked for a sign, you begged for clarity, you cried quietly at night, asking God, "Show me if you're real, show me if you hear me." And heaven has answered. This is the sign, this is the answer, this is the moment your spirit has been waiting for. You didn't stumble here by mistake, your soul was guided. The angels whispered your name for nights, the dreams that kept waking you, that was the Spirit pressing you toward this message. Pause, feel your body. Do you notice the chills? Do you feel that electricity running through your hands, that sudden ache behind your eyes? That's not emotion, that's confirmation. Heaven has been trying to reach you, and now the message blocked 3 times, has finally broken through. If you're still watching, comment, "I'm here," so your spirit acknowledges this moment out loud. Michael says, "Tell them if they walk away now, the blessing will be reassigned. If they stay, the inheritance will be sealed." That is why the air feels heavy, as if creation itself is leaning toward you. The angels are watching, your loved one on the other side is whispering your name. They asked God for one chance to send you guidance, and heaven agreed. That is why this message refused to die in the dark. It was meant to find you, even if the world pulled you in every direction. My beloved, this is only the beginning. If you stay until the end, the deeper part will unlock. The hidden will be revealed, the next 7 years of your life, stand at the edge of transformation, and you are deciding which direction you walk. Archangel Michael says, "The miracle has been waiting, do not close your eyes now. Stay until the end. If your heart is pounding harder, don't fear it. It's heaven waking you up." Do you want to know why your soul feels different right now? Because heaven is shifting the atmosphere around you. The angels are already in the room. Michael has drawn his sword. He says, "This moment is holy, this is divine timing, this is the hour written for their name alone." Nothing reaches you unless God allows it, so if this message fought through shadows and delay to reach your hands, then it's carrying something powerful, something alive, something meant to change the direction of your story. The delay was never punishment, it was protection. You weren't ready then, but you are ready now. Think of the nights you couldn't sleep, think of the heaviness that sat on your chest, think of the tears you wiped quickly so no one would notice. Those were not random moments, those were spiritual contractions, preparing you for this birth. Your soul has been calling for something it couldn't name, and now heaven is revealing the name, destiny. God says, "I am not silent anymore, I am here, I am speaking, and I am restoring everything the enemy tried to steal." But for this restoration to unfold, you must stay, and let the word settle in the deepest part of you. If you exit now, your spirit will walk blind. But if you remain, your path will glow with guidance. If this is speaking to you, tap the heart, and let heaven know you're receiving. Because you are still here, the gates remain open. The scroll keeps unrolling. Michael smiles because your spirit has chosen not to turn away. He says this next part clearly, your next step carries the weight of the next 7 years. Without this word, traps will confuse you. With this word, miracles will lift you. This is why the message was blocked 3 times, because darkness knew the moment you received this, their influence would snap. Now chains are breaking, now lies are dying, now the delay is ending. Heaven is declaring over your life, you are free, you are chosen, you are ready. My beloved child, stay close. The heavens are roaring your name, and the reason this message fought its way to you, is because the fire inside it was too powerful for darkness to contain. Now that it has reached you, Michael says, the enemy has already lost their grip. But the child must not turn away, the child must listen until the end, because the end is where the beginning starts. Do you feel that trembling rising again in your soul? It's not fear, it's your spirit waking up to a truth it has waited ages to hear. Something ancient is stirring around you, something older than your pain, and stronger than your doubt. Your heart recognizes the voice it once begged to hear, and that is why everything inside you feels louder right now. My beloved, this moment is not normal. This is heaven brushing against your life, reminding you that the whisper of God has never stopped reaching for you. And if you feel your chest tightening or your hands warming, pause, this is confirmation. If your spirit feels this, tap like, so heaven knows you're listening. You thought heaven had forgotten you, didn't you? You thought your prayers hit walls, you thought your tears vanished into silence. But not a single tear was wasted, every cry you whispered into your pillow, was recorded in heaven. Archangel Michael says, "Every cry was written in the scrolls of heaven, and every cry has now turned into a command for miracles." That is why the delay broke open today, that is why God said, "Release it now." Heaven waited until your heart was ready, until your spirit could finally hold what was meant for you. Stay with this message, this is your moment of lifting. But listen, my child, someone around you has been wearing a mask. They smile with kindness, but their intentions are not clean. They hide behind words, but their actions reveal shadow. They tried to confuse you, distract you, slow you down. But heaven is removing their cover. Your intuition wasn't paranoia, it was discernment. God is saying, "Trust what I placed in you." The truth is rising like sunlight, you will see their real face soon. Do not panic when it happens, do not shrink when the mask falls. You are protected, you are covered, and if your soul ever felt heavy around them, that heaviness was divine warning. Do you feel the atmosphere shifting around you again? That shaking inside your chest isn't fear, it's revelation. Something sacred is aligning with your spirit, something you prayed for without words is coming closer. This moment is the whisper of God, woven through every sentence. This is the miracle moment you thought you missed. My beloved, every lonely night, every silent cry, heaven held all of it. And Michael says, this is why the delay shattered tonight. If you're still reading, type "I'm here," so your spirit steps fully into agreement. Pause, and breathe, my beloved. Do you feel the air growing heavier? That weight isn't danger, it's presence. Your angels are closer than your skin right now, they're waiting for one thing, your belief. Faith activates them, staying here proves your faith is alive, trembling, rising. Michael says, the next 14 days carry signs, the next 48 hours carry a shock, the number 7 will appear as proof. When it does, don't ignore it, don't second guess it. Heaven will not send a sign that leaves you confused, what's coming will be clear, sharp, undeniable. But to receive it, you must remain awake and ready. And now the message turns deeper, because someone you lost is near. The one who left too soon, the one whose absence shattered you, the one you still feel in quiet moments, they are here right now. They asked God for this moment, they pleaded with Michael to let this message reach you, and heaven finally said yes. Their voice trembles through eternity, I am still with you, I never left. When you cried alone, I held you, when you doubted yourself, I whispered strength over you. That sudden warmth on your shoulder, that rush of tears you can't explain, that is love breaking through the veil, to let you know you were never abandoned. Good, you're still here. And because you stayed, heaven is opening more. The scroll is still unrolling, the revelation is still pouring, the miracle is still preparing. Michael says, tell them this is sacred, tell them this is sealed, tell them this is their final alert before destiny shifts. My child, this is not entertainment, this is rescue. Heaven is not entertaining you, heaven is guiding you. If you stay, your life will never look the same again. If you leave, the door may close. Right now the air around you is holy, because you decided to remain. Every second you stay, is a second heaven uses to rewrite your story. Think back to those nights no one knows about, the nights your pillow was wet, the moments your voice cracked while praying, the times you asked God, "Do you even hear me?" Those tears were seeds, those cries became blueprints for this moment. God says, "I counted every tear, I crafted this moment from your cries." You were never ignored, you were being prepared. The message was blocked 3 times, because darkness felt its power. Every time heaven tried to release it, the enemy trembled, because this truth would break chains you didn't even know were still attached to you. But God overruled, He said, "Let them see it." And that command shook the heavens. But hear this carefully, my child, someone close is not who they pretend to be. They speak like a friend, but carry shadows behind their back. Your instincts noticed it, those tiny alarms in your spirit weren't anxiety, they were warnings. Michael commands discernment now, trust your inner nudges, your intuition is holy, not broken. A choice is coming that looks harmless, maybe familiar, maybe comforting. But it carries chains. It will look like peace, like reconciliation, like ease. But if you choose it without God's light, it will close the door to your destiny. Heaven is telling you now, say no to comfort that costs your calling. And now, beloved, look at your spirit, do you feel it rising? This isn't just a message anymore, this is movement, this is alignment, this is the unfolding of destiny that was written with your name before time began. And as you read these words, heaven is adjusting things around you, unlocking what was stuck, exposing what was hidden, releasing what was delayed. If your heart is pounding, don't push it away. That's the sound of breakthrough echoing inside you. Stay, listen, receive. Your turning point is not coming, it is happening right now. Say yes to the release your soul has been avoiding. This isn't the kind of release that destroys, it's the kind that frees. You've been shrinking yourself so others could shine, you've carried weight that wasn't yours, you've fixed storms you didn't start. But God says, no more. This season of self-sacrifice without honor ends here. Your endurance was never ignorance, it was evidence. And heaven always rewards what has been proven in silence. Do you feel that warmth rising in your chest again? That's restoration stirring inside you. It won't arrive like thunder, it won't crash into your life. Instead, it will come as small holy moments, tiny shifts, unexpected kindness, quiet opportunities. That stack until they form a breakthrough too big to ignore. Watch how ordinary days suddenly feel sacred, watch how little things start aligning with precise purpose. Even your ancestors are celebrating quietly, their spirits leaning toward you, because this moment is bigger than you realize. This breakthrough isn't just personal, it's generational. Archangel Michael says, what you inherit heals your lineage. You break chains, and plant blessings. This moment reaches far behind you, and far ahead of you. Someone you loved, someone who left earlier than you wanted, is closer than breath right now. Their presence wraps around you like warmth you can't explain. And they whisper, I did what I could to protect you in life, receive now what I couldn't give you then. If tears rise, let them. These aren't breaking tears, these are clearing tears. Get ready for unexpected clarity to flood your life. People will reveal themselves without your effort, truth will rise on its own. You'll notice odd-hour messages, repeated numbers, familiar songs, familiar scents, little confirmations heaven drops like breadcrumbs. These are not coincidences, they are GPS markers from the spiritual realm saying, keep walking, you're aligned. And Michael gives a warning, when breakthrough is near, the enemy sends one last illusion. Doubt may rise like smoke, old voices may call you back into old patterns. Don't follow them. Safety is not always salvation. God says, I will not let the truth be stolen from you. If someone attempts to twist your story, heaven will rewrite it louder. If they plot behind your back, their plans will collapse under their own weight. Justice in the spiritual realm often shows up as sudden exposure in the natural world. And when your miracle begins to shine, don't go chasing human approval, don't trade divine validation for public applause. What's coming is not for performance, it's for purification. Stay steady, stay humble, stay rooted in purpose. Soon you'll look back and know this was the turning point. You'll remember the exact moment you refused to walk away, you'll remember the chill on your skin, the tug in your spirit, the whisper saying, stay. That memory will become the foundation of your testimony. But before the new arrives, the old must be released. Speak the old agreements out loud, release the vows you made in pain, let go of promises you kept to survive, break the ties to people who never wished you well. God will gather what's shattered, and return it in a form more beautiful than you imagined. This is a pruning season, not a punishment. Painful cuts now lead to abundant fruit later. Trust the divine surgeon, God knows exactly what must be removed, so the life inside you can expand. And Michael is already preparing an angelic escort for you, beings assigned to open doors you couldn't force, align meetings you couldn't plan, protect journeys you haven't taken yet. The next time you travel, spiritually or physically, watch the signs, covering will follow you. A message is coming, that will settle something heavy in your heart. It may come as a call, a letter, or even a stranger speaking a name you haven't heard in a long time. When it comes, receive it as if heaven placed it directly in your hands. Respond with faith, not fear. There is also a financial unblock approaching, provision that flows without struggle, because heaven is supplying what systems withheld from you. When it arrives, don't let greed take root. Use it to restore peace, rebuild foundations, and invest in what aligns with truth. Your relationships are entering divine filtering. Some bonds will strengthen, others will fall away naturally. Let them go with grace. Those who leave were never meant to carry your next chapter, those who stay are chosen by heaven, not circumstance. The enemy's voice grows loudest right before defeat. So when thoughts whisper that you're unworthy or unprepared, remember this. Heaven carved your name into destiny long before you ever questioned your value. Good, you're still here, and because you stayed, more is being revealed. This deeper part of the scroll isn't given to everyone. Heaven trusts you, not because you're perfect, but because you're willing. Now comes the hardest part. Don't be afraid to release people who keep you small. Let them go gently, let them go completely. Their chapter in your story served its purpose. You are not abandoning them, you are positioning yourself to receive the life meant for you all along. Your prayer now is simple, powerful, and opens the next gate. Say it out loud where your spirit can hear itself. God, I receive, I release, I believe. Let those words sink deeper than your thoughts. Don't complicate what was meant to be simple. God honors honest surrender more than perfect sentences. Heaven doesn't need fancy language, it needs a willing heart. And right now your spirit is wide open. Archangel Michael speaks, when the sign appears, don't hesitate. Move with faith, act as if the blessing already belongs to you. Because faith-powered action unlocks provision. Timing and obedience together, they open the storehouses of heaven. And when they do, you'll feel your heart settle in a way it hasn't rested in years. Do you feel that soft, steady peace forming inside you? It's not because your problems disappeared, it's because purpose is starting to make sense. Meaning turns pain into wisdom. And suddenly what once broke you now teaches you. Hope, once flickering like a dying candle, starts rising again, like a flame fanned by breath. Michael whispers that the final test is trust. When the enemy screams, "This is too good to be true," remember the nights you begged God to notice you, and then look at how perfectly heaven answered now. Trust becomes the bridge between the person you were, and the destiny God promised. A word for the anxious: find your breath again. Inhale as if you're pulling peace into your bones, exhale as if you're releasing every weight you never should have carried. Match your breathing to the rhythm of God's promise. You were built for this season, even when you feel small, heaven sees you as strong. Listen closely now, someone from your past will return with truth in their hands. Don't judge them by their charm, judge them by the fruit of their life. Heaven will give you clarity, the moment their intention enters the room. Prepare room for gratitude before the blessing grows. When the first small favor arrives, celebrate it. Don't wait for the entire mountain to move, honor the shift as soon as it starts. Every small thank you becomes an altar. And altars attract miracles. Michael steps in and says, "This child has chosen correctly." Heaven is aligning, but action is required. Obedience unlocks the rest. A return text, a step forward, a whispered yes, these tiny acts create massive waves in the spirit realm. You'll feel tempted to rush the process, but don't. Rushed faith burns out quickly, slow steady obedience sustains miracles. There will be a night soon, a dream so sharp and clear, it changes your next move. Don't dismiss it, write it down, treat it like temporary scripture for your path. Heaven speaks in many languages, dreams are one of the easiest to miss. And hear me, stop blaming yourself for the seasons you think you wasted. God doesn't waste seasons, He recycles them. Your scars aren't shackles, they're maps showing you the route others can't see. Lift your head, my child, look at the sky again. That sky you've avoided is actually a promise stretched wide above you. God is not distant, He's leaning in, bending close, watching you with intention. You are not late, you are not behind, you are exactly where heaven needs you to be. Hold this message close, return to it when doubt whispers false stories. This message is a spiritual compass in your hands. Now breathe deeply, let peace settle into your ribcage. You stayed, you didn't scroll past, heaven noticed that choice. And that obedience activated something massive. Your miracle is no longer pending, it's engaged. Your name is being written in fire, marked in heaven for release, for restoration, for breakthrough. But don't move just yet, the stillness around you is not empty, it's charged. Heaven is waiting for your next breath, your next yes, your next quiet nod. Michael says, the child who remains will watch the first fold of their miracle unfold. Stay right here, because right now, your name echoes through heavenly halls, with a clarity you've never imagined. Do you feel that small steady hope rising again? That's not imagination, that's holy expectation. Something God planted in you before your heartbreak rewired your spirit, and now He's restoring the wiring, reconnecting you to everything that was always meant for you. There is a door opening that rarely opens twice in a lifetime, for others it opens once, for you it opens now, because you stayed, because you listened, because you didn't turn away. Don't misinterpret the calm surrounding you, this quiet isn't God stepping back, it's heaven aligning everything around you. The universe is rearranging itself to honor what God spoke over you. Someone who smiled while watching you struggle is about to stumble in the light, not because you wished it, but because truth always rises. And Michael says, when the mask falls, don't celebrate their collapse, let heaven handle justice, walk in dignity. The revealed truth will only serve your freedom. Your earliest wounds were never meaningless, they were classrooms, not prisons. God converts scars into strategy, what once hurt you will now guide you. A sudden opportunity will appear soon, simple, familiar, almost too ordinary. Don't underestimate it, heaven often hides its biggest shifts in everyday moments. When it arrives, open it with faith, not fear. Respond with courage, because heaven has already gone ahead of you. Someone will offer you a shortcut, don't take it. It will look easy, comfortable, quick. But Michael warns, shortcuts offered by the enemy are traps dressed as kindness. Choose the long obedience that brings blessing, not the fast escape that costs your inheritance. And hear this clearly, you are not being punished for mistakes, you are being positioned for miracles. You are being prepared for something far bigger than you've ever held. This season isn't punishment, it's precision. God doesn't rush masterpieces, He shapes them slowly, intentionally, even painfully. You're not breaking, you're being sharpened. Trust the pressure that trains your hands for what's coming, watch closely now, conversations will shift, names will surface, clues will appear in unexpected moments. These are not random, these are heavenly breadcrumbs guiding you into alignment. There will be a moment when fear screams louder than your hope. That moment is not a sign to quit, it's the enemy's last roar before collapse. Archangel Michael says, Roars are noise, not truth. Stand still, let heaven answer. And in that stillness something inside you sharpens, thoughts that once tangled loosen, decisions that once felt foggy suddenly split open into clear paths. Don't confuse clarity with ego, receive it with humility, because humility is the soil where miracles grow. A small act of obedience will unlock something enormous. Don't underestimate the power of a whispered prayer, a kind word, or a quiet decision to release what weighs you down. These aren't tiny gestures, they're seeds. And seeds look small until they become forests. Financial flow will begin to loosen too, not in fireworks, but in a steady supernatural way. Like water carving a new river through stone. God reroutes provision to those who are faithful in small things. Don't squander what's meant to be stewarded. Someone from your past will return, but not to reclaim you. They will return to close a chapter. If their fruit is genuine, welcome the clarity. If their words are empty, keep the door shut. Your peace is too valuable to gamble. You will soon receive a bright idea, unexpected, unexplainable, almost intrusive. Write it down, test it, then move. God releases blueprints quietly before He confirms them loudly. Be careful not to mistake pride for protection. Pride isolates you, protection invites wise counsel. Surround yourself with voices that fear God, not the opinions of people. These voices will steady you when your zeal runs ahead of your wisdom. And then out of nowhere you'll notice something shocking: you've moved on from pain without even trying. Joy will return first as a small flicker, then as a steady rhythm. Celebrate each flicker. Joy is not trivial, it is holy evidence that healing is taking root. Be cautious of secrets wrapped as shortcuts. Some secrets are divine, some are traps. Pray for discernment. Michael stands guard with those who ask for sight. You'll begin to see recurring numbers, patterns that seem strange, but tug at your attention. Do not ignore them, these are confirmations disguised within the ordinary. When you see them, speak a word of faith, move with intention. Heaven often pins its guidance to earthly details. Someone is coming into your life who mirrors a better version of you. Their presence won't feel heavy, it will feel like clarity. If your peace grows around them, that's alignment. If your peace shrinks, that's a warning. Choose wisely. Forgiveness will become your power move, not because people deserve it, but because your heart deserves space. Forgiveness frees memory, protects. Loving someone while refusing their poison is strength, not contradiction. There is a forgotten detail from your past that holds a key. A file, a message, a paper, something overlooked. Search for it. Heaven sometimes hides answers in old corners. When you find it, don't underestimate its importance. Michael reminds you, protection comes before promotion. Don't chase elevation, chase obedience. When God aligns your protection, your promotion will appear naturally without striving. Your body will ask for rest, and you must listen. Rest is not weakness, rest is repair. Stop wearing exhaustion like a badge. You're not more spiritual because you're tired, you're just tired. Sleep is sacred, receive it. You'll also feel a fierce conviction rise inside you to break an old pattern. Don't hesitate, that conviction is divine surgery. What hurts now will become beautiful soon. Correction will come, and it will feel uncomfortable, but freeing. Don't run from it. Correction redirects you toward destiny, it doesn't reduce your worth. A simple meal shared with the right person will feel holy, like communion disguised as conversation. Some tables are not transactions, they're turning points. Bless that moment, heaven hides miracles in shared bread. An invitation is coming that looks ordinary, but carries destiny inside it. If your spirit nods, accept it. Don't overthink divine nudges, obedience is often a simple yes. And you will feel tempted, deeply tempted, to compare your timeline to someone else's. Resist it, your path is tailor-made. Comparison clouds destiny, and steals momentum. Your season is handcrafted, not copied. Your story is not late, it's layered. And Michael says, when they feel small, heaven is preparing to expand them. This expansion won't be loud at first, but it will be unmistakable. The shift coming toward you isn't accidental, it's architectural. Heaven is building around your willingness, your patience, your endurance. You're closer to breakthrough than your fear wants you to believe. Stay awake, stay obedient, stay aligned. What's unfolding now is not random, it's written. Remember the nights you thought would break you, remember how you survived what should have crushed you. When you feel tempted to quit again, let your own history testify for you. God already tore down walls you were too tired to climb. Keep a list, yes, an actual list, of every deliverance, every answered prayer, every moment heaven stepped in when it shouldn't have. On days of doubt, read it like scripture. It will steady you, it will remind you that survival was never random, it was proof of destiny. There is a seed growing inside you right now, not a dream you imagined, something heaven planted. A voice, a message, a work that will outlast your years. Don't rush to expose it, let God water it where no one is watching. The most powerful ministries begin in hidden soil. There will come a moment when you feel a prophetic nudge about a conversation. Don't hesitate, call, visit, respond. These small obediences protect massive promises. Not every impression is casual, some are gates disguised as thoughts. A holy disappointment is coming, but it carries deliverance. Something you wanted won't happen the way you expected, and you'll feel the sting. But don't misread it, heaven isn't denying you, it's redirecting you. What felt like rejection may be a rescue. Someone will hand you a key, literal or symbolic, that opens a path with ease you do not expect. Accept it with gratitude, but discern the heart behind the gift. Heaven can use any hand, but not every hand is pure. Forgive yourself for the seasons you think you ruined. God repurposes regret like fuel. Lean into grace, it rebuilds what shame tried to bury. Soon you'll face a crossroads, avoid pain or choose God. Choose God, pain that shapes you is better than comfort that shrinks you. Heaven honors courageous wounds, your voice once shaky will return with authority. Speak when truth pulls at your tongue, gentle firmness is prophetic, you don't have to shout to shake a room. A childlike wonder will return to your heart, not immaturity, renewal. Curiosity will come back like light through old windows. God delights in your rediscovery. Play is not pointless, it restores your soul. Now my beloved, stand inwardly and declare it, I receive, I will not turn back, I will walk forward with God. Say it so your own spirit hears you. Michael sets his hand on your shoulder, steady, fiery, and heaven aligns behind your yes. But don't walk away yet, there's one final layer. Heaven wants to place something deeper on your heart. Listen with the quiet part of you, the part that recognizes truth before words form. Michael leans in and says, this is the seal. Many come this far, few stay for this. If you want the fullness of the miracle, you must take this seal into your spirit. Receive it like a cloak, wear it like a mantle, let it steady you. Within hours a small door will open. A conversation, a name, a message, a paper, something seemingly ordinary but spiritually loaded. Don't overthink it, say yes to whatever carries peace. Peace is heaven's compass, when your mind can't map the road. Someone may try to pull you backward with guilt, using spiritual language to mask manipulation. Michael warns, grace frees, it never binds. If anyone uses God to control you, step away. Freedom is always the first sign of God's presence. Your prayers have been stored like oil. Heaven has kept them sealed, and now God is uncorking the bottle. What flows next will be steady, nourishing, consistent. Not chaos, but provision. Trust the rhythm of supply, not the noise of fear. You'll gain clarity about a relationship that has cost you sleep, the pattern will become unmistakable. When it does, don't cling out of habit. Courage is simple, say what must be said, and walk away in peace. Heaven is asking for a small practical act. Nothing mystical, just obedience. Find the old receipt, check the forgotten file, reopen a message you saved months ago. God hides keys in ordinary places. Do the small thing, and watch a massive door swing open. And when favor arrives, resist the urge to boast. Pride pauses heaven's hand, humility multiplies it. Let gratitude become the footprint of your future. Someone will come into your life needing the help you once needed, say yes. Mercy given returns multiplied. A word will come from someone you least expect, it may arrive as a whisper in a crowded space, or a midnight message. When it comes, receive it like a package sent from heaven. Because it is. Michael says, prepare your heart like a home for a king. Clean the inner rooms, remove the clutter, make space for glory. Simplicity invites presence. You will feel the urge to fast, not just from food, but from weights. Fast from gossip, fear, doom, comparison, negativity. Quiet disciplines sharpen spiritual senses. Heaven expands sight in silence. A reconciliation may appear, but only accept it if truth and peace walk into the room together. Don't compromise clarity for connection. Restoration without honesty is just recycling pain. A protective angel stands beside your decisions now. Their presence will feel like a nudge toward clarity, or an uneasiness toward danger. Follow the nudge, ignore it and paths fog. Obey it and doors open like dawn breaking. Your creativity will sharpen, an idea you once abandoned will return with new detail. Write it, begin it. God multiplies whatever you start in obedience. And do not fear the exposure of others when truth rises. Their fall is not your celebration, it is heaven's correction. Step out of the shadows and into healing. You will see the number 7 in unexpected places, a receipt, a clock, a page. Don't disregard it. 7s are confirmations, in the spiritual language you're learning to hear. Prepare your heart, make room, heaven is coming close. Simplicity opens the door for heaven to move. You'll feel the pull to fast, not just from food, but from noise, from gossip, from fear, from the chaos that drains your spirit. When you fast, heaven widens your sight, and sharpens your hunger for righteousness. Quiet disciplines become spiritual weapons, small choices create massive shifts. A reconciliation may approach your life, but discern the fruit. Peace and truth must walk together, or it isn't restoration, it's a trap wrapped in sentiment. Never trade your soul's clarity for temporary comfort. There is a protective angel guiding your decisions right now, an unseen counselor nudging your conscience. When you ignore that nudge, the road fogs. When you obey it, the path glows. Your creativity is about to wake up again. An idea you once buried will return with new detail. Write it down. Begin with one faithful step. God multiplies whatever is started in obedience. And when the truth about someone finally surfaces, don't rejoice over their exposure. Heaven handles justice, your job is healing. The number 7 will echo around you like a whisper. On a clock, a page, a receipt, don't dismiss it. When you see it, speak quietly, it is done. And move, expect provision through relationships. Someone will connect you to what you need, not luck, not chance, but a door aligned by heaven. Walk through it with gratitude and wisdom. A dream of water will come, clear, flowing, alive. When it does, treat it as direction. Water dreams carry restoration, and new paths. You'll feel tempted to fall back into an old pattern, simply because it feels familiar. But familiarity is not freedom. Break the rhythm that shrinks you, choose the uncomfortable step toward the story God actually wrote. Your declarations will route your destiny. Speak them daily. I receive, I am aligned, I am steady. Words whispered in faith become walls of protection. When fear pretends to be holy, test it with scripture, counsel, and silence. Fear dressed in religion is still fear, but peace, especially urgent peace, is God's voice. You'll be asked to release a plan you clung to, let it go without bitterness. Surrender is not loss, surrender is redirection. Someone will apologize in a way that finally feels sincere. If their change is real, open the door slowly. If it's empty, keep boundaries firm. Your peace is too precious to negotiate. A latter season is coming, one rung at a time, one brave step after another. Don't leap before God builds the step. Impatience causes slips, patience secures elevation. Start a journal for the next 30 days, record every small proof. Looking back will reveal a pattern so divine, it will steady your future. Your voice is being restored. You'll speak life into people, the way you once wished someone spoke into you. When the first favor appears, even something tiny, stop and thank God out loud. Gratitude accelerates favor. Michael speaks, guard their heart. Curiosity for truth lifts them, curiosity for validation blinds them. A holy no is coming. Practice it now, a single well-placed no will protect the yes that matters most. There will be a night when silence feels heavy, almost frightening. Don't misinterpret it, those are incubation hours, miracles forming in the dark. Your capacity is increasing. God isn't preparing you for ease, He's preparing you for influence. When the sign arrives, move quickly but prayerfully. Michael doesn't call for reckless leaps, he calls for brave prayed-through steps. You will meet someone holding a piece of your future. Approach them with honesty and humility. Heaven arranges these alignments, your job is to steward them with reverence. Finally, lift your head and declare with certainty. Heaven, I choose you, I will not turn back. Let that sound open the next door. You stayed, you listened, now walk forward, steady, humble, fierce in faith. The path that was blocked has opened for you, steward it well.